Hey everyone, Chef Anthony here at Don's Appliances. Today we're going to talk about some do's and don'ts for your appliances. The first one on our list is, pick the right setting for your appliances. Whether you're going to bake or roast, you really want to make sure you're using the ideal setting for it. The second one is the correct temperature. Whatever you're doing, it always defaults to something, but make sure you're programming it right into the direct temperature you want. And another one, third one here is to make sure your oven preheats all the way so you don't overcook or undercook your product, because the elements are heating on and off at different temperatures, so it's usually the time that people overcook or overbake something. Two quick tips for your roast probe. The first one, let's pop it in the oven when it's nice and cold so we don't burn our hands. The second one is we really want to cover 50% of it to get an accurate read. Next on the do's and don'ts list, first and foremost, we want to make sure when we're self-cleaning to remove all of our glide racks. The ball bearings will melt, the racks will tarnish, and they will never fit in properly again, okay? Another one is the hidden bake element under here. We want to make sure there's no foil or we put anything under here that'll melt right to the shell. So think about that as an open element still, because this will kind of ruin your oven. All right. Next one we want to talk about is ventilation. We want to make sure when using the cooktop, this is the first thing we do. Turn it on just like this to create that draft and make sure we're getting proper ventilation in cooking. The next do and don't is talking about induction, is having the proper cookware. So best way to see that is to use your magnet, see if it sticks, which doesn't stick on this one. That is not ferromagnetic, but if it is stick, you know it's good for induction. Two don'ts about your microwave. Don't run it without anything in it. And the second one is don't stop it mid-cycle. You want to set it, and you want to let it run the full cycle and not open the door in between, because it'll adjust the cooking time. Just like this, it will open the door. That's another one too. The door has to be open, and don't push it closed. Let's actually use the button and close it. The next do's and don'ts on your dishwashers, the first one is the rinse aid is right here. We want to be using that rinse aid to optimize the total drying of our products. The second one is, don't wash your dishes before we put them in. We want to scrape the plates right away, get the heavy stuff off, put them in there, and let the dishwasher do the work. The last one, if you're confused about the setting, we always want to use the auto right here. So we'll hit the power, and we'll go to auto, because that will actually select the right setting. There's a grime detector in the back, and it determines, whether these dishes are clean and the perfect setting for it. All right, next on is some of the do's here is to replace our water filter every year. This one's located on the top right, just twists in and pops out. Depending on water consumption, this is a once a year thing. You can go to Don's and get the filter. All right, we'll close that. Next is, let's talk about the proper temperature in your refrigeration. Right here, where our refrigerator's at 38 and our freezer's at -1. Check out your manual for the ideal settings for your direct model. If we go like this, talk about the crisper drawer as well. So need the crisper drawer, depending on what you're having, fruits or vegetables, to adjust the humidity as normal and enhance. This one on this model is digital. Some of the ones have the bins that roll out and slide out, so you can adjust it to moist or drier, depending on what you have. Lettuce and things should be cool and crisp. They need the moisture, whereas other like root vegetables and harder items, need less moisture. So it's just a quick search or a quick look, but a lot of fruits and vegetables don't share the same gas, so it'll help them ripen faster. So 3 quick tips on how to keep that running. So all right, that wraps up our appliance do's and don'ts. Hope this helps you around your kitchen, to optimize all of your appliances purchased from Don's. Thank you so much.